Hello, hello!
Yo, can we say something different other than hello for the intro? I feel like we've done that every single episode.
I know it's a thing. It's consistency. Someone didn't want to have a podcast 12 theme song, even though we have a podcast 12 theme song. So we mix it up with the song episode. I still want people to know that they're listening to podcast 12.
If you don't respond, you'll die. We'll stab you. Yeah.
See that we could have just used that, but no, you had to be all let's be goofy and different. And so here I am to assure you that no matter what song you're listening to, hello, welcome to podcast 12.
All right, I can appreciate that. Thank you, Val.
You're very welcome. How are you doing on this absolutely fine morning?
I'm tired, and most of all, I'm tired. I got out of bed less than an hour ago, and I'm planning to get back into bed less than an hour from now.
And if that isn't a Thursday, what is? I personally am also tired and possibly quite tired because I stayed up until the lively hour of 3:30 a.m., but I did it for a very good reason.
What was the reason?
Games Done Quick is a speed-running marathon held twice a year. The summer one is happening now, and Pringles the video game was happening at 2:35 a.m.
Pringles the video game?
Yes.
I did not know this was a thing.
It was the all A's run. It was a 5-minute run where you're playing as the Pringles mascot. Every time you eat a Pringle, you bounce up and you have to eat all the Pringles without hitting the ground. Also, Hypnospace Outlaw was after that, and that's like my favorite game or whatever. But Pringles, the video game, is why I was up.
I see. Okay.
Welcome to Speedrun Podcast, where we are going to talk about our favorite speedruns in only 10 words. Mint, you want to start?
Oh, I was just going to go fast with my speech, but that works too. Hey, everybody. We're going to go to the next segment of the podcast. I'm really not doing the whole fast thing well this morning because I'm tired, but like, you saw the reminder that I was able to do, so you understand how fast I can go with my speech.
Hold on, I'm trying to do 10 words. You are very fast, Mint. Good job. Great job, Mint.
Congrats, Val. You have successfully put a sentence into 10 words.
Thank you. I was trying very hard, and it worked. Anyway, before this gets repetitive, let's do the next segment.
That was only 9 words.
Well, I counted that out. It was 10.
It was 9. Mine might have been 11, though, so whatever. Okay, so the next segment is sponsored by the faithful Legend Finder, who has continued to put these in podcast questions, and those did not go ignored. Today we will be playing a guess of that category. So, both of us are going to take turns revealing spoilered messages, one at a time, in no particular order. For each, we must list 5 things that'll go in that category, and the other person has to guess what the category actually is. So, do we want to get started with this? Because this seems fun.
This seems really fun, and Leg's been putting a lot of games in podcast questions, which I really respect, because Leg is sort of a game connoisseur.
All right, so who is going to start?
Well, I'm going to go first. I'm going to pop up on the first category. Neither of us have actually read these before, so I have no idea what to expect. I do not know if Leg has decided that the category is Val's worst fears, and I'm going to start screaming upon opening it. I guess we'll all find out together. All right. Here are the 5 things. Rattlesnake.
All right.
Hold on, I'm thinking. Grizzly bear.
Okay.
Elephant.
All right.
Lion. Hey, this is hard to think about. Did I already say elephant?
Yes.
Okay, then let's go tiger.
I mean, I don't know if Legend is tricking you out with how big these spoiler boxes are, but I mean, I guess I'm going to say exotic animals. That's what I got.
I am afraid, Mint, that you are completely, utterly, and entirely wrong as usual. Would you like to take another guess? I could give you more things if you want.
I guess you could. Wait, I will ask, is there unnecessary spoiler space, or does the answer take up all of that space?
It takes up the entire space.
Oh, that's so much space. That's a lot of words.
Yeah, this is a bit of a tough one.
Hmm.
Would you like to know the answers?
I would like to know the answer.
These 5 things are animals that I would not keep as pets.
This is whack. Okay. All right, sure. I mean, exotic animals and animals you wouldn't keep as pets. That's pretty close. Okay, my turn then. I'm going to see if I can do better. I'm going to be opening number 4.
Very well. I will also open number 4 so I can cheat.
No, you will not. All right, my 5 things are a monster, old food, dirty socks. I don't know. I have 3 good ones.
I think I've already figured it out.
What do you think?
Okay, it's definitely things that I compare myself to when I'm depressed.
That's sad, and you are wrong.
My other guess is stuff that smells bad,
No,
stuff that's scary and smells bad,
no,
stuff that is dangerous if left alone,
nope.
stuff that would kill you if you put it in your mouth.
Can I say my other two things?
Absolutely. What are you waiting for?
You to stop talking.
Okay, I will now stop talking and you can go ahead and say your two things whenever you're ready. No need to wait for me. We are podcast co hosts and we have to learn to trust each other. And that means that sometimes you have to know when to talk because it's very polite of you to wait 5 minutes in case I think of something to say, but you absolutely don't need to do that because I never have something to say. And right now, that's why I'm not saying things. So you can go ahead and say your two things and finish your list. I'm very excited to see what two things you come up with because I'm really curious about what this category is. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how these last two things gel together with the first three, which, as I recall, were a monster, dirty socks, and old food. So I am ready. Mint, let us know what you got. Please tell us, let us know. I'm very excited. Here we go. You're ready? I think I'm ready. Let's do this. Thank you for doing this game with me, and I'm really excited to see what you come up with. Shall we?
A sinkhole. And, God, I don't know. This is difficult. Water.
What? Stuff that attracts flies.
Why would a sinkhole attract flies? No.
They all fall in. Stuff that is around in the apocalypse.
These categories, this is a lot harder than I initially thought. The category is things you don't want to find under your bed.
That is good. Those were good. In retrospect, all of those answers were really, really good. I definitely would not want to find a sinkhole under my bed. That would be unpleasant.
I was trying my best.
I think let's do one more. I'm gonna pop open all these babies so I can find the best possible one. Don't worry, I'm not gonna be mean. I'm never mean to you.
I have the slightest feeling that one of them is just gibberish, like do no category.
I was about to do that one.
Wait, was there actually a no category one?
Number 8, just say random things.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so I popped open all these babies. These babies have been popped open. I just popped open some babies. These babies are wide open because they're popped open.
Val,
Yeah?
please stop associating those two words.
Babies. Pop. Let's see. I'm thinking. Cut out the parts where I'm thinking so it looks like I'm a super fast computing genius. Okay, I think I've got one. Everyone in Podcast WoW, a good cup of coffee, everyone on the comic server, Dead Bread, my brother, and you, Marblemint.
Things Val enjoys having around.
Close enough. It's things you cherish the most in life.
Ah, nice. Cool. I did it. I'm 1-1 and you're 0-1. So I'm doing better. So
you technically got 2 points because you figured out that I was going to do the say random things category before I actually did it.
I'm just that powerful, Val. You don't understand.
I understand your power, which is why I need to be your co-host because both of us are incredibly powerful, but we cancel each other out. We're like those two guys from that one TV show, like the one it's like with the guy who's like really smart and then the guy who's like not, and then they cancel each other. It's like like Back to the Future, but like different. And there's like vegetables in it. Like what's it called again?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, okay. There's like a guy. He's got he's tall and he's really smart, but everyone hates him. And he's got like spiky hair. And there's also this like kid, and he's not smart and he doesn't have spiky hair. They hate each other. They also love each other, and it's like they cancel each other out. And it's a whole thing. And it's called like their names are like Doc, Emmett Brown, and Marty McFly or something.
Brick and mortar.
Yeah, brick and mortar establishments. So, shall we try the other leg game?
I was just gonna go into the listener question.
Leg game.
What happened to the short episode?
Leg
Val.
game.
Thank you, Legend, for that game. We kind of butchered it. But we're gonna move on to the listener questions now. Val, do you have a listener question from a listener that asked a question?
I'm afraid we actually got no listener questions this week, so we can't do any questions. I hope you all enjoyed Podcast TWOW. This has been a lot of fun, as always. I'm really looking forward to seeing your responses to the prompt.
Yeah, the prompt is...
You have 3 days to respond. Send your responses to Note to Self, and we'll see you all in the pre-show.
Legend Finder asks, what are your thoughts on the setup punchline response format?
I personally am a fan of it. I don't feel like it's gotten tiring because it feels like just like the most natural way to respond to a prompt.
Yeah, it's streamlined. It works.
I am also partial to just like the 10 words of a really cool idea one. I've started trying to be better about like voting up responses that both I think are funny because they have a good set of punchline, then also ones that just like are really good at in 10 words building an interesting world with consistent logic that is like entertaining and unique to think about.
Yeah.
What do you look for in a response?
Long word, go burr. Long word, go burr.
Hey, Mint, do you want to alienate our audience real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Swagbard asks, who is the best Homestuck troll?
Okay. Yes, I'm pretty sure most people who listen to Podcast TWOW don't know about Homestuck or haven't read it.
Perfect. No one will be there to police my bad takes. So, Mint, who's your favorite Homestuck troll? Sorry, who's the best Homestuck troll, Mint?
Terezi is pretty cool. Terezi and Kanaya are like the two best, in my humble opinion.
I cannot believe you didn't say Vriska. Okay, like, I did just say Vriska to court controversy on the podcast. My actual favorite is Karkat.
He is a loud boy.
Yes, and I love him. Now that half of our audience has stopped listening, why don't we make the prompt about Homestuck? So the prompt you're going to be responding to.
No, wait, that actually might be a good idea. Like, alchemize a new item for combat.
Oh, dang, that's good. Oh, no.
That actually might work.
Combination of 2 items? Okay.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Imagine with me. Is there a way we can put technical about combining 2 things in this? Just off the top of my head. We don't have to. Just we haven't done a technical yet. And I know that the audience has been clamoring for a technical. Every single person has DM'd me asking for a technical.
I mean, we could require it must be a couplet.
Like a rhyming couplet. It must have the setup punch. Actually, what if we do that for synthesis? Like it must have the setup punchline response format.
Oh gosh, no. Okay, that could work. Anyways, wait, do we want to stop here?
I want to do one more question, and then I think let's try to workshop that prompt a little more, okay?
All right, cool.
All right. RandomAlt123 asks, how do you feel about copying and plagiarism, both with ideas and outright word for word in many TWOWs?
Oh, well, Kit asks, how do you feel about copying and plagiarism, both with ideas and outright word for word in mini TWOWs?
Oh, that actually reminds me. Noah asks, how do you feel about copying and plagiarism, both with ideas and outright word for word in many TWOWs?
No, but AXN asks, how do you feel about copying and plagiarism, both with ideas and outright word for word in mini TWOWs?
Ananazumi, I think, asked, how do you feel about copying and plagiarism, both with ideas and outright word for word in many TWOWs?
Ooh, but here's the thing. Legend asked, how do you feel about copying and plagiarism, both with ideas and outright word for word in mini TWOWs?
I think it's pretty bad.
Yep. ACN asks, describe your favorite plant in your backyard. That's right, we're doing 2 more questions, because this one was good.
Well, ACN, my favorite plant in my backyard it's actually really cool. It's like a blend of 2 different types of plants. And the thing that makes it really interesting is that the marble mint actually can record podcasts with you. So I've been going into my backyard and like just putting a microphone up to my plant, and then they just start like saying things. And sometimes the things are weird, but it's good enough and we make a podcast out of it. You look thirsty. Do you want some water? I could also talk about my least favorite plant, which wasn't the question, but I feel a lot more strongly about that. Can I talk about my least favorite plant for a second?
Yes, talk about your least favorite plant, Val.
Okay, so there is a berry bush in my backyard. It grows berries, and it has a long and incredibly thorny vine. And it used to be that every time I was taking out the garbage or recycling or all that, every time I passed it, it would scratch me. It would hold onto my shirt, hold onto my pants, just start clawing me, just start absolutely attacking me and beating me up. And I told my folks, like, hey, a plant just like freaking beat me in a fight. And they were like, "Oh, it's not that bad. Come on." It's like this, like it looks terrifying. Like the thorns are just like the size of an ice cream cone.
Are you thinking we don't know what blackberries are, Val?
Is that what that plant is?
Yes.
I knew it was some sort of berry bush. I forgot which one it was.
If it's the ones that you can actually eat, then yes, you were thinking about blackberries.
So this is a common experience.
This is a common experience. Like, there's 2 routes to the front side of my house from the back side of my house. I mean, we usually go out the back door. But, like, both of them almost always just have, like, 5 different strands of blackberries growing over them. We finally, like, got all of them out, which took a solid, like, 3 days worth of work. It was hell.
The battle was mostly a social one for me because the issue was people not believing that the bush was that bad. Eventually, I got my dad to relent and tie it up like to the side of the fence so that it wouldn't literally just be in the way of the path. And then that was the end of it for a while. Every time I passed it, I would mock it, and it didn't bother me anymore. But apparently, it bothered my folks because they went out to do some gardening, and it attacked both of them despite being tied up. And the next day, I went there, and it was gone.
There are these things called clippers. You could have just used that from the get-go.
I asked my folks about the clippers, and they were like, "No, we don't want to lose the beautiful berries."
It's one branch.
Yes, it's one branch that they, for some reason, really enjoyed my pain but hated their own or something.
Wow.
It's part of the natural beauty of our garden. That one branch gave us sustenance, mint. It gave us fruit. It gave us life. ACN asks, "What is your favorite brand of water?" Which I think is a really depressing question because brands of water.
What is going on in my kitchen? There's just a whole ton of banging around. The floor literally shook a bit. I'm concerned.
I am more interested in this than in water. What is happening in your kitchen? Why is it shaking?
I don't know.
Can we get an audio vlog, a true crime podcast from you about what's happening in your kitchen? Get out, get your phone, go explore.
We got a localized earthquake.
Localized entirely within your
kitchen. Yes. May I see it? No.
Oh my gosh, what if we do that for the next incentive? Breathe steamed hens.
Yes. Okay, we still gotta deliver on the other ones. But yeah.
Right. Okay, but first, I think we have a prompt idea, and we're running out of time. So we have some prompt stuff. Let's synthesize this. Let's make a prompt.
Okay.
Are we doing the technical setup punchline?
I think if we want to do a technical, we should either do a couplet or just not do a technical for this round.
Okay, because like I was thinking, like we can make it work if it's like you must use at least 2 sentences in your response.
Yeah,
because you're combining 2 sentences.
That could work. I mean, that's not really a big technical, but
you must use at least 10 sentences.
Well, then everybody's response would be equalized because there'd just be periods after each thing, and everybody would ignore them. I mean, we could also just not do a technical in the next round and save a couplet technical for a future round, because this is probably already going to be a difficult prompt for some people, as is.
Yeah, some people haven't read Homestuck. I mean, I think it's balanced out because if you haven't read Homestuck, it's going to be a difficult prompt, and if you have read Homestuck, then I feel sorry for you anyway, and you deserve a break.
Okay, so what do we actually want the prompt to be? We want to put it in like non-Homestuck terms.
So like something about combining 2 household items, like what 2 household items could be combined to make like a super useful tool.
Yeah, combine 2 household items to make a powerful new weapon or tool.
Are we doing weapon?
Actually, hold on. I don't know about this anymore. I forgot. Heronix had a prompt. You're about to enter a duel. While your opponent is probably strong and probably has a variety of weapons at their disposal, you only have paper, paint, and a magical paintbrush. Anything you paint will manifest itself in the real world, which would be splendid, but the peaceful goddess that created the artifact made any weapons unable to be manifested. You'll have to be more creative. What item do you paint to defeat your opponent in the duel? So it's basically just like using not a weapon as a weapon. And I feel like that's kind of similar.
Completely different?
It is?
Because our prompt is like what 2 household items would it be creative to combine for another lifetime use? Like it's not like weapons play no part in this.
I feel like weapons might be an easy route for somebody.
If we say like what household items could you combine to have like an interesting effect on everyday life, I think most people don't think of weapons as either household items or everyday life.
Okay, well, really quickly, let's see if we can come up with a response for that. Because if we can't fast, then it's probably not a good prompt.
Combine. This is going to be 10 words. I'm just going to think of some ideas. Maybe you can combine like a shovel and a blowtorch to very quickly dig out your garden.
Well, the thing is, we also want to phrase the prompt in a way where prefacing the answer doesn't take up like 4 words. Like, we wouldn't want to say combine blank and blank to create, because that's already 6 words.
A blowtorch shovel, that's 3, would greatly speed up gardening and removal.
Blowtorch shovels disintegrate weeds on impact, simplifying pesky gardening tasks. Bang!
That is way cooler than mine.
That's because I'm good at like rewording things to make verbosity go burr. That's my specialty.
But you didn't like mine was just like haha rocket go fast. Yours was rocket eliminate weeds, and it was really good. I like it.
Okay, so yes, that is our prompt. Combine 2 household items to make a useful tool. You had a better wording for it.
I did. It was like what two household items like when combined would like greatly improve everyday life or something to that effect?
Yeah, combine 2 household items to make a tool that improves everyday life. I guess an example response could be blowtorch shovels disintegrate weeds on impact, simplifying pesky gardening tasks. There you go. That is an example.
I love that. That is brilliant. How'd you think to combine those two things?
I don't know.
I guess inspiration just comes to you sometimes, and it's amazing.
It just shows up. It knocks at my door. It's not like you came up with the original idea for that response. No big deal.
That'd be crazy.
That would be crazy.
Why would we lie to you, our lovely audience? The answer, we wouldn't. We care about you. We love you, and we will see you next time in the pre-show. Get responding. How long do they have to respond?
They have until
Tuesday,
August
25th
at 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific Daylight Time.
That is 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time, which is a much cooler time.
It's not.
It is, and 19 o'clock is what we should be calling it because we are gamers.
Are we gamers?
We are gamers. Well, maybe I'm a gamer. Are you a gamer?
I mean, I was playing Risk of Rain 2 right before we did this podcast, so yeah.
You know what I was playing, Mint?
What were you playing?
I was playing the best game of all, life. And maybe if you screenagers got off your phones every once in a while and looked at it, you'd realize that the best video game is going outside.
God, did you have to watch that documentary too? It was so bad.
Documentary?
Yeah, Screenagers.
That's the name of it. I thought it was just a term.
Well, yeah, it is, but it's also like the shittiest documentary in existence.
What? This is 2016 film in Screenagers. What to do about too much screen time? Filmmaker Delaney Ruston must decide if she should give an iPhone to her teenage daughter. 22% liked this movie.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
I love how I looked it up and it says searches related to Screenagers and it's like Screenagers Google Drive, Screenagers download because apparently Gen Z is pirating this movie.
They're pirating this movie to make fun of it in front of all their hipster friends. Oh yes.
But we're not like that. We don't make fun of this movie in front of anybody. We just talk about it amongst ourselves. We're better than all those Gen Z Screenagers. I would never make fun of someone.
I would never make fun of someone, says Val. With that, I think we need to end this episode off. Thank you all for tuning in, and we were a little different with the format this time. Hopefully we included a little more of the in-depth prompt stuff.
Let us know what you think. As usual, podcast suggestions is always open. This is a very interactive podcast, so please let us know. Did you like this format? Do you want it to be longer, shorter? Should we go an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours?
We will not be going that long. Also, I don't even know how long we've been going. I've just been like zoned out the whole time. I've been in the podcast zone.
It's been 40 minutes, I think, since I tried playing the Perfect Poker Rap before we started. So that's a good baseline for time.
Wow, okay, we've been going for a lot longer than I thought we were.
Yeah, but I think a lot of that is not going to get cut because we don't like lying to our audience, but it will sort of magically disappear from my computer.
Okay, we need to stop. Thanks again, and we will talk to you later. Goodbye.
See ya.